You ready? Yo, it's good. It's Armani White, aka Big Blanco, Big Baby Blanco, Billboard Blanco. But you know, I got a lot of nicknames, bro. But listen, you know what it is? I'm chilling with my dog after years and years of DMing, going back and forth, posts up on. Come on, man. Listen, you know what it is? I'm rocking with Hip Hop Guru. Goldie over there.
Goldie.
That's my baby.
That's crazy. What, 40 billion on TikTok?
Yeah, bro.
With a B.
It's a wild number, bro.
That's insane.
It's a wild number.
My name is Alex. This is the Sit Down on the Hip Hop Guru. And today we have a very special guest, Philly's own Armani White.
What's up with you, Brody? It's been a long time coming, man.
It's been a while, man. You know, seeing the come up, it's really cool to see, you know.
Yeah,
no BS, you know, real come up. It's crazy. So it was your birthday the other day?
Yeah, it was my birthday on Sunday.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Brody. Thank you. Yeah, now we went to 44, I think it's called.
In Toronto.
Yeah. We went to 44. I've been here since my birthday. We got we flew. We had a show that night. I can't even remember the state we was in. We had a show that night, and like I bought the birthday in from there, at that show, and then from there flew straight to Toronto. Boom, did the whole birthday in Toronto like that.
Busy couple of days, man.
Yeah, been
Rolling Loud, then birthday.
Yeah, it went straight from Rolling Loud to the next show to Toronto, and I'm here until to the BET Awards.
Right after that, huh?
Right, I'm leaving out
man,
tomorrow.
There's no slowing down, huh? Straight energy drink, like to the veins.
Yeah.
So tell me, man, how was it growing up in West Philly?
I mean, for me, it was a cool thing because you know, I got a little bit of the hood in me. I got a little bit of I still had the family around me. I still had my friends around me. I think I was one of them. We was one of the last kids, our group, our generation was the last kids that was really outside. You know what I mean? Like we played football on the block, stuff like that. And so it just built character. You went outside to find out who you was. You went outside to find out where you landed on the food chain. So yeah, that's really what Philly was. Philly's a cutthroat city. Yeah, man.
So who were some of your musical influences in Philly and to create the sound you have?
Well, in Philly, when I was growing up, we had the DVD era. So it was Meek in there, it was Georgia Harry, Dollars, it was you know, a lot of other artists, NH. But I branched out. You know, I started to listen to my mom would put me on. My dad actually put me on the Jill Scott. I listened to Black Thought, The Roots. You know,
classics.
I would get into that. Even when Badu was linking with The Roots. Yeah, I was really into that soul. That soul era of Philadelphia music. That was kind of when we was growing up. I tapped back into the classics.
You can hear it in your music too.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that, bro.
So, you worked at Chipotle for a day. Tell me about that,
bro. When I got a job at Chipotle, I didn't need the job anymore. Yeah. I was yo, I really need this money. I want to get this money so I can put a mixtape out. If I can just get $1,000 in a week. And they gave me the job and never put me on the clock. So it was by the time they put me on the clock, it was a month or 2 hours. I don't need this job anymore.
Over this.
But my mom was just pull up, go get the money. It's free money, all this other stuff. I pull up. Man, I pulled up 2 hours late, first of all. I pulled up 2 hours late. It was a 4 to 8.
Late.
Yeah, it was a 4 to 8. I pull up at 6. And they put me on the line. They yo, listen, just scoop the chicken. So I'm that's the easiest done. Just scooping chicken. That's not too hard. Scooping the chicken. The chick next to me is excuse me, he putting too much chicken in the burritos. I'm what the fuck is you? Now we arguing in the line. They had to call me back. They're yo, just wash dishes. I said, nah, that's cool, man. I'm gonna get up out of there. Yeah. Don't even worry about it, champ. I ain't washing no dishes.
You know, that's putting that work in, you know, and then you're I'm out. I'm done with this.
That was it. That was the one and only job I've ever had in my life.
Well, at least you got a story for it. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, back in 2019, we posted your song "Tomorrow" on the YouTube channel.
I remember.
I remember seeing all these comments, and then it's I saw this on 2K. This is 2K.
Yeah.
What was that moment when you found out you got that 2K placement?
I remember walking in the studio when we found out, and I found out. Obviously, we had got the paperwork, but it wasn't real. A lot of these things that you see it on paperwork, it's not real until it's really in your life, until you really see it. And so I was walking in the studio, and they were like just playing the game in the area, like and the song came on next. Like I'm like pouring water or something.
So you're literally playing the game.
Yeah,
They're
the
playing
song,
the game, and you hear it playing the game.
I didn't know what 2K was going on. I thought it was going on the following year. I didn't know what was going on.
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, and so then like my homie's playing the game, and then the song comes on. He's like, "Bro, ain't that you?"
You're like turning it up. You're like,
yeah. I'm like, "Nah, that's me." Like you know. So it's really cool. Like that's where a lot of these like I think for me. You might even ask this question, but like even a record like Billie Eilish, like when I found that sample, Nothing by Noriega, that record was a hit defined to me by, it wasn't just a record I heard on radio. It was radio. It was
You grew up with it.
Yeah, it was radio. It was on TV. I was too young to be in a club. I'm pretty sure it was in a club, but it was also on video games. And so like, you know, so that's what it felt like for me with that too, with 2K and Tomorrow. It was like, being a part of video games was like,
that's another thing too, full circle moment, because was it on the Def Jam game?
Yeah. Ironically. Yes, sir.
That's so crazy. So you were named YouTube's Artist on the Rise.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's a big thing. And then you had your Times Square billboard.
Yes, sir.
I saw your TikTok. You brought your mom out so she could see it.
Yeah.
How was that moment? You know, because that's a big thing to bring your mom out to see a moment like that.
Honestly, bro, my mom just been. She been having her way. Like she been really like just enjoying her life and just watching me like all the things I told her what happened. Like she's just like, oh, you weren't lying. Like you know, so it's like I take her out to go see the billboards. I like, you know, when I signed, I had gave her the money.
The money was
like, yes. I was like, because I want you to know this is real. Like I'm
real
here.
life.
Like this is really the moment that I'm changing my life and changing the lives of those around me. So like, you know, it's all of it still feels surreal, but like, you know, in the midst of it all, you just got to keep your head down and do the work, and just keep working, keep firing, and that's what, you know, that's the goal for me.
No, for sure, and that's the biggest thing too. You got to know where you're at, and never let that like ego kind of thing like get the best of you, because
ego is bad, bro. Ego is bad.
So for that, what was the moment that you said, you know, wow, I finally made it, and this is something that I could do as a career?
When Tom Brady posted me, bro, like, when the Tom Brady, and then he just posted me again, and then like, that's the thing. It's not really one moment. It's not one specific moment. It's really like every week something else happens. You know what I mean? And then you be like, oh shit, like you know. So like I remember just even recently, I remember we cracked the charts. Like the Billboard charts. And it's not just charts on Billboard, charts here, UK, it's like number 60 in the UK or something
TikTok,
like that.
you know.
TikTok number 1, like, you know, but we cracked the charts at number 99, and I was like, oh man, like, you know, and so every week it's a new thing. Now we fell off the charts. I ain't even saying that. We fell off the charts.
But just being on it, that's a big thing.
Yeah, but hold on. We just jumped back on the charts at number 69. So you see what I'm saying? Like so it's like, you know, when things like that happen, it's just like, I don't know, like, you know, like it's not one specific moment. It's almost just like every week is another moment that something big can or will happen.
These aren't just like small wins. These are like big things.
Yeah, my baby Goldie, you know, my baby Goldie is now in my life. She's, you know, my first gold record. She's looking beautiful over there. I'm staring at her right now. She's staring back, you know, so like, it's all great things. Yeah.
You're gonna put that up in the crib?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Wow.
Yeah,
and then I heard she got, you know, I heard wherever she go, her brothers and sisters come, so I'm waiting for her brothers and sisters.
The next one, for sure. So, you know, 40 billion views on TikTok, that's insane, you know? That's not just like, wow, that's like, you know?
Billion.
And then, you know, you got Nori to clear the sample, Pharrell as well, you know? Billie Eilish shared the song on her story, you know? All these things, like, once it's starting to fall in place, because you said also you're listening to the song when you're growing up, you know? Use it as that one big breakout song. Yeah. That full circle moment. You know, 1 million views on YouTube overnight, like you're saying, the entry on the Billboard Hot 100. Right. You know, what was your like idea when you created this song?
You know what it was, bro? I just made this project called Things You Lost in the Fire. It was about a house fire that I had when I was a kid, where I lost my aunt and my 3 cousins. And then the house fire we had in 2020, like it was just kind of like a full circle thing. But I realized in the making of that music wasn't fun, and even the music prior to that that was deemed fun, I wasn't having fun making it anymore. You know, I was like, all of my music had such a serious undertone that it was like, it almost felt like a task to make, you know. So I started to just like, in the process of finishing that project, I realized I was like, I need to get back to the things that just make me feel like I'm enjoying myself. Things that make me feel like it's fun. Like, and so, you know, a record like Billie Eilish and all the ones that followed it, or that are going to follow it, I made them all within that same time frame and window where I was just like, I just need to get back to having fun, just making music because I want to make music, just making music because I enjoy it, just like, you know, like, and that was like, Billie Eilish was that first order of vindication. I said, yo, if I'm right about this one, I know I'm right about the next one. Yeah. And, you know, and so but making a record like Billie Eilish, bro, was just, you know, I had to reattach myself to what I deemed as fun, and have my way with it. You know?
And it was the perfect time because that one literally rose to the top faster than, like, you know, Formula One race cars. You know?
Thank you,
crazy.
Bro. Yeah,
so that's a big, huge thing too, because then you're like your purpose. You know, you feel really good, and you know that what I'm doing is the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, so you also credited your music as this new style as like happy hood music. Yeah. So talk about that a little bit.
Happy hood music for me is defined as the way I like to describe it is like, you know, if you're looking in a sky full of clouds, and you're still able to find the sun. That's happy hood music for me. Like it's you know, to be able to go through a lot of dark things, and you know, like instead of, because you know me, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from a very dangerous city. I'm from a city that has like a notorious just history of just bad things, crime and whatever. So I'm like, you know, there's already a certain kind of connotation coming with me being an artist from Philadelphia. So I say, instead of me having that same story of pain, why don't I take that same, you know, ball full of pain, throw it at the wall, instead of it being that murky red color, let me watch a rainbow come out. Let me watch some green, some baby blue. One of my favorite colors, baby blue. So let me watch some baby blue come out, you know. So happy hood music is just that, bro. It's just being able to take a lot of that pain and find the peace, find the serenity in it, and be, you know, just be at peace with where you're going in your life, and hopefully, like, you know, this genre is the trailblaze that it's not just me, it's the ones after
other
me.
People after.
Because, you know, when you brought up Jazzy Jeff, that's the conversations we have. Jazzy Jeff, Charlie Mack, Troy Carter, but like when they look at me, they're like, yo, you are a beacon of light and hope for the city of Philadelphia, because there's no one else in Philly that's doing what you're doing, that's standing for what you're standing for, and that's trying to make the change that you're trying to make. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because that's what Will Smith was for me growing up. Like, you know, like we had Beanie Siegel, we had a whole bunch of, we had Philly's Most Wanted, but then we had the West Philly kid that, you know, with a box cut haircut, and he was on TV, like, you know.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, and it made you go, oh, that's possible. You know? And so it's like, I want to just be that, like everything that's happened for me in the past 4 or 5 months, like, it's all been open source, open book. Like, I want everybody to see, like, yo, you can do it too. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but you can do it too. You don't have to be them. Just be you.
You know, and that is clearly, like, proven to be true as well, right? Because, like, what you've done so far, it's like, it's motivated a lot of people to do what they're doing. You know, your sound, people are starting to go more towards, you know, like the positive side and like the vibe of the sound, you know, the message that you share as well.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is that you give somebody the hope that they can do what you're doing themselves, you know.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest joys of life, you know, knowing that you gave somebody that motivation to do what they want to do.
No, absolutely, bro. Yeah, for sure.
So, with that in mind, what are your thoughts on like the current like state of like hip hop?
I like it, bro. Like, I like it. I ain't gonna lie. Like there's certain things I know I won't do, but just because I won't do it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. Like drill, I'm not like there's no real, like there's a couple of people, like artists in Philly that do drill, but there's no real attachment to drill for me.
You know, there's no point to do something you don't want to do, you know?
So I love listening to, like, you know, it's a lot of Pop Smoke records. It's the records out in the UK. It's the records in Chicago. It's the records in New York. I'm a fan. I'm a genuine fan. But it's just certain things where I'm like, I ain't.
It's not for me, you know?
You know, but you know, it's still like, I love all things that, like, I don't know. Yeah, I love all the things that's going on in hip hop, because like my main goal with me making music, other than just building the biggest skyscraper. And this is like, I want to be able to expand and stretch the means of what you can do and be defined as a hip hop artist. I feel like all the greats did that. Kanye did that. You know, whomever else. 808s as well. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, when 808s came out, it's like, oh, you can do these type of projects and still be considered a rapper. Is like how I view, you know, what my contribution to the game is. Not saying I'm gonna be singing "I'm not loving you," but like, you know, like just like I might still just create something that's so abstract and so abnormal from just what the metronome is.
No, for sure. So with your sound, who are some people that you'd like to work with?
Collab wise, bro, it's a lot of obviously Titans, the Travis Scott, Kanye's, and Drake's and things like that. But like Janelle Monáe, I'm a big Janelle Monáe fan. Jesse Reyes, I'm a big Jesse Reyes fan. Like there's a lot of rap. Kevin Gates, I'm a Kevin Gates fan. I know that's funny all the time, but then there's, you know, Tame Impala fan, Calvin Harris, Uzi, Moneybag, Lotto. I don't got enough fingers to count everybody, but you know, there's a lot of people who like. Honestly, bro, I just love making music. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I just really love making music, and I just want to keep doing it. However it goes.
Seems like a pretty level, like kind of like genre-wise, with like a bunch of like different, you know, hip hop. You know, you're saying Calvin Harris. Yeah.
I like Calvin Harris, bro.
That'd be crazy.
And, when Calvin Harris dropped that, he was about to drop that project. I think he dropped the Funk Waves or something like that, and that Slide On.
That was like summer hits, man.
What, bro? That shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, if you were to go back and give yourself some advice that you know now, what would you tell yourself?
Yeah, I met this kid one time. His name's Dev. He stole my dog, but we was backstage at this festival in 2017, and he was like, "Yo, listen to me, trust me. I got this app. It's called Musical.ly, bro. Like if you get on there, you'll blow up, blah blah blah." And I was with my homie. My homie was like, "Man, shut up." And I was like, "Nah, bro. Like, what's this app you talking about?" And you know, but at the time, I just didn't have the money to invest in it. I had the money. Like he only wanted like $500. He's like, "Yo, if you would give me $500, I'll make you go viral." And I was like, I had maybe 700 to my name, and I was like, "Oh, if I get that 500 up, bro, I'ma eat." Like I wish I would have doubled down and just did it right there. Like, you know, who knows where I would have been one. But another thing is, I don't know, like, you know, sometimes I was just hard pressed, and I was hard to sell. I was hard to like get the change. It was hard to change my mind when I felt like I was.
And once you have your idea on some of your stuff,
so like I wish, you know, like if I could go back in time, I would just be like, "Yo, listen, just listen. Like, just listen to them people. They know what they talk about, bro. You've never been here before. You know what I mean? That's one of the things.
You know, that's one funny thing too, because like all the time when you could try to get some advice, like you try to like think maybe this is not the right thing for me, but then like down the road you're like, you know what, maybe might have been right, but you know, hindsight is 20/20, so you can't like dwell on the past.
Bro, just listen. Like that's the main thing. Just shut up and listen. Man, I talk your ear off about how I know the future.
So, if it weren't for music, what do you think you'd be doing?
I ain't never pick another, like, it wasn't like I was like, oh man, like music don't work out, I'm gonna go be a chef somewhere. Like, nah, it's just, I was just saying, I taught myself how to get rid of my lisp. If music didn't work out, I would just do speech therapy classes. I make a bag in speech therapy. But I don't know. Like
it's a tough one, you know. It's like
it's one of the things. It's like if you're not playing basketball, would you coach? You know what I mean? Like would you be one of the people who's like not in the game but alongside? Would I be a manager or something like that? Like A&R.
Like I don't even have to think about that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, so what's next for you? Now I saw you did that video on TikTok with the GOAT song.
Yeah. Goated is next for me. We gearing up for that one. That's gonna be a really exciting song. Like that was one of the records I made around Billie Eilish with the same producer too. My guy
same
July.
Time too, yeah.
Yeah, my guy July. He's that's my dog. But we got a bunch of records.
You guys got the ball going.
We got the ball right now. So that Goated is the next thing up, and I'm headed over to the BET Awards, and then just like you know, I'm living in my new celebrity life, bro. Like, came a long way from DMing for the post. Like,
Just gotta keep that momentum going,
yes,
man.
Sir,
you know,
yes,
drop
sir.
the next one, get that next plaque. You're saying get that,
well, that's the
that
thing,
Goldie
bro.
something next to it?
That's the thing, bro. Like, out of the one thing, you know, there's so many moving pieces in my life. There's so many, like, you know, like time is a lot less nowadays. I'm traveling a bunch of different places. I meet a bunch of new people. It's like 4 ties in my life now. You know what I'm saying? But like, the one thing that did not stop is just working. At the end of the day, I just wake up and I just work.
What you do,
End of the day, I still wake up and put the work in. Like, that's just, you know, like, that's just the one thing that stayed consistent throughout it all. So, yeah, like,
yeah, man.
regardless.
It's like, it's not work when you know that, you know, every day you do something you like doing, you don't see it as work, so you won't like
work. You got me right now.
Yeah.
I'm meeting my dog. You know
Fruits of the labor, man, you know?
Exactly,
it's working out.
Exactly.
Well, appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Nah, but you covered everything, bro.
Yeah.
You hit it all in the head.
It's crazy, man. It's the first time in like 4 years after like posting music, all that stuff.
Yeah, DMing back and forth and all
Finally,
that.
you know, it's a pleasure to finally meet, you know?
Likewise, big dog. Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
There she is. There she is. I need to dust her off.